morning, everyone. I'm going to start this session a little different than I have in the past. It certainly is still my cancer journey, and what I have started to do ever since October the 29th is cook. Cook for myself and cook for my husband. And I'm learning that even with, following a really close eye on what I put in my body, I'm still having issues. But I believe that if I was not doing this, I would be back having multiple issues with the D that I'm having right now. And so what I'm cooking this is just going to be a great cooking day for me because here in Houston, it's beautiful outside. We had a cold front come through and it's really cool, but mostly it's extremely windy. And so it's really cool. So what I'm making today is homemade chicken soup, and I've got my rice over here, my organic basmati rice that I will put in. I don't put it into the soup. I cook it separately so that I can add as much as we want when we have the meal. So right now I'm basically just cut up an onion, I'm sauteing it, and I'm going to grab a little salt. At this point, add just a little bit of salt to it, and then I'm going to add my garlic. And I learned a lot of this from my cancer fighting cookbook, just what to do, some of the do's and don'ts when you're cooking, and when you add certain things. I also purchased the organic olive oil at Costco. And of course I've got the sea salt from there as well. And now I'm going to add, since my onions are translucent, I'm going to now add my garlic. And I put in maybe 3 to 4 garlics because it's a fighter in your body and it's very healthy for you. And they say on some of the cooking shows that I've watched that you should wait till the end to put in your garlic and have it in there not quite as long as you do your onions. And so as that's gathering, and the smell of garlic, fresh garlic, is just awesome. And so I really like it, and the health benefits are awesome too, which is really good. So my rice is just about to boil. So as soon as that starts boiling like I want it to, I'm going to turn it down, and I am going to set the timer. I found with this particular rice, it says 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes, but even on the slowest temperature of my gas cooktop, 30 minutes is the must. So I'm just going to turn around here and set my timer for the kitchen for 30 minutes. I would do it on my phone, but as you can see, I'm taping on my phone. And so now that I've done that, I'm going to put in my carrots and celery. And I believe more vegetables are better. So I did 3 carrots and 4 celeries. So I'm going to put that in, saute those for a while. And the reason I'm doing this today is, number one, I don't want to be outside working in the yard, and I don't want to clean the house and all the things that I try to stay busy now that we stay at home. I don't leave the house unless I'm going to MD Anderson. My husband does all the running around for me, and so the other reason I think I want to do this is because there are many days that I feel alone, even though maybe my husband's in the other room working or I'm outside. I have no personal contact with my family, my sons, my grandkids. So I've been in a little bit of a down mood, and one reason for it is I received a text from my chart day before yesterday, and it said I had a new message on my chart, so to go to my chart, which I did. And just a second, I need to get my oh, here it is right here, my chicken broth. My chicken broth, I get it organic bone broth from Kirkland's. And so I'm just gonna add just a little bit right now to the surface of the pan to make sure I get all those good remnants that are stuck to the pan. But what I was going to tell you is that I got this text. And, you know, it was, to me, upsetting. And to most, it probably wouldn't be. But basically, because of COVID, and it's apparently so high right now, the gastroenterologist, oncologist, GI, is going to do a virtual meeting with me and my husband on Thursday instead of there at MD Anderson, which I know isn't all bad, but that's not the way I wanted it. The other thing that I'm going to do is I have a blender over here, and I'm just going to slightly turn the camera so you can see. And I had cooked these chicken breasts day before yesterday, and I'm going to put them in my blender. My friend Mary next door told me about this, and because she had made some soup for me, and I was like, Mary, how did you get the chicken to shred like that? And this is what she does. So she shreds her chicken like this, and boom, boom, here we go. Now it's not shredding exactly, unfortunately, like I wanted, because I just remembered I should have chopped it up just a tad bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I guess I'm not a professional cooker after all, but I'll get there. I think overall I feel pretty good about what I'm doing, and I feel like we're definitely eating healthier than we've ever eaten before, and quite frankly, it gives me something to do. And then, just like with anything, when it all turns out great, you feel like you've really accomplished something. And there we go. There that chicken's gonna go. Come on, chicken. You got it. You're in there. Add a little bit more of this. And when the chicken really shreds. And ooh la la. You have all your blended chicken. And now I'm just going to place that chicken with my onions, garlic, carrots, and celery. And then I'm going to add the rest of my chicken broth, bone broth, and we're done with that part. So I'm sorry, I stopped on what I was talking about, what upsetting thing I was talking about, and really what it is, you know, it's not like they canceled the appointment on me, but for some reason I feel like because it's not in person, it's not as meaningful. How will he explain everything to me like I want? And that's upsetting. But you know what? There's nothing I can do about it at this point, other than try to be prepared for the appointment as best as I can. And I'm going to do that. I've already listed a bunch of questions that I have for him and things that I think I need to know about the process and what I'm going to go through. But I want to read something to you. After feeling very sad and probably sorry for myself, because I've been counting the days to meet this doctor. I mean, as I said in another video, I had seen him on videos on MD Anderson and neuroendocrine tumors. And that was in 2018. And he was saying, we have so much more coming ahead to help, and therapies, more therapies, and just all these things. And I don't know what he's going to say to me, what his approach is going to be. I'm hoping surgery. I need clarification about the spot they found in my neck and the spot in my left upper lobe near my windpipe. And so I guess I'll get more information on Thursday. But I want to read this because the day that happened, it just really was upsetting. And I've been praying and reading a lot, and with the support of my family, especially my husband Richard, and my family, my sons, and of course the Lord, I don't think I could get through this because I have up and downs. I mean, some days are just really, it's like I told my brother Douglas, who's in Aruba right now, where we should be right now, but because of my cancer, we didn't get to go this year, and we didn't get to go last year because of COVID. But, he already told me it's in God's hands, and, so this is what I want to read to you. It says, "Trustworthy Lord, help me to trust you and not be afraid. Many things seem out of control. My routines are running smoothly. I feel much more secure when the circumstances of my life are more predictable. Please lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Lord, I long to make refuge in your shelter of your wings. Where am I absolutely secure? When I'm shaken out of my comfortable routines, which I am right now, I need to grip your hand tightly and look for opportunities to grow. I can't accept the challenge of something new, refusing to waste energy bemoaning on the loss of my comfort. Protect me from adding to my difficulties by anticipating problems that could possibly arise in the future. I recognize this tendency for what it is, grasping for control. Instead of worrying about tomorrow, I want to relax in your presence and trust you to help me deal with my problems. Rather than dreading my difficulties, I invite you to use them to transform me from one degree of glory to another, making me fit for your kingdom. In your sheltering name, Jesus, amen." And I wanted to read that because that's exactly what I needed to hear at that moment. That day, we always want to be in control, and it's hard to let anyone be in control of yourself. But God is not just anyone. If he's in control of our life, we need to be thankful. And I thank him today for whatever comes my way. And remember, he's been with me this whole time, whether I saw him or felt it. He has enriched my faith, as well as many of my friends and family. And so I'm thankful for that. So the last thing is to put in the parsley. And I'm gonna do that now. And I quickly got off the subject, but I think, and look, if you don't have a chopper like this, you can never cook the way I'm cooking. I mean, this knife is awesome. And I've never been much of a cook, and I never anticipated that I would be much of a cook. I never seemed to really care for it. But I'm telling you, if you've got a good knife, a good chopper I call it, and everything else, good ingredients, wholesome food, you know what? Look at that beautiful parsley. So perfect. The aroma of parsley I love. We had a garden for a while in the back during the summer, and I had fresh parsley and basil and tomatoes and peppers, and I even grew squash and green peppers, yellow blondies they call them, yellow peppers, and jalapenos. And so I'm hoping that we get to do that again soon in the spring. Well, I will get back to another video after Thursday when I know what the good old doc is going to do with me. I kind of know, only thing I know is what I have. Like I said, I'm a little unclear about my neck and my lungs and that, but I don't know about treatment. And so anyway, I'm gonna go now, and thank you for spending this time with me. It feels good just to talk, and hopefully some of you will watch the video, and you know, all you prayer warriors that are with me, I appreciate it very much, and I thank you so much, and have a blessed day.